What's going on, family? Listen, there's some very important things you need to think about before you hire or fire a barber for your barbershop. This is a shout out for owners of barbershops. Before you hire or fire a barber in your barbershop, there's some very important things you need to think about. First and foremost, make sure that when you are talking to this barber on the phone, or if they, come to the shop, ask as many questions as you could think of on the spot and place yourself in a position where you can really see, get a feel of who this person is. And before you sit down and meet with this individual, make sure you are taking some time to write down as many questions and as many important points as you can think of when you are dealing with important things that you need for your shop and the type of people that you want in your shop, so that when you sit down with them, it's never a case of, oh yeah, I forgot I'm supposed to meet with this person, and now you're sitting down with them and you're kind of on the fly and you're really feeling bad because you weren't really prepared to have a real conversation with this person. So now you're basically unprepared, and you're setting up an agreement with them and hiring them to come and work in your shop, and you don't even have all your stuff together. So by the time they get rolling, you'll find yourself with some surprises because there's certain things that you just didn't prepare to put on the table, or there's certain questions that you didn't think to ask, or certain points that you didn't think to make, and now you got to try to deal with that when they're already in the shop, when they already think they're on a team, they're locked in, and everything's a go. Okay, make sure you are doing these things so that you'll have a thorough knowledge of who you are getting on your team. And if you want to talk about some specifics, we can definitely sit down and get into that. And even before you fire somebody, make sure that you're going over everything that you've covered with them before you hire them. Make sure you are clear on what it is. Say if they're violating in any way, you're clear on what that violation is and why it's a violation. You know what I'm saying? Don't be quick to just to fire just to be, throw your weight around. You know what I mean? Use some wisdom and make sure you're doing everything that you can to try to save this individual's job. And after you've done that, if they still violate the culture of the shop, the code of the shop, certain rules and laws that you put in place, and you're clear that this person needs to go, don't hesitate. Fire them quickly. You know what I'm saying? Get them out the way quickly. You never want to hire or fire anybody out of desperation, because if you hire somebody out of desperation, you'll have somebody on the team who is taking up space that people that you really want to be on the team could be on the team, but you have these wrong people in there. And so it's the same thing with getting to a position where you have to go ahead and get rid of somebody. You want to be sure that you are efficient on both ends when it comes to hiring, when it comes to firing. If you hire someone out of desperation, then you can place yourself in position where you place them in a place where somebody better could have been. And the same thing when you fire somebody, they could be sitting in a position that somebody better could be, but you still got this person sitting there, and they're not a good fit for your shop. They might be a good barber or whatever the case may be, but they might not necessarily be a fit for your shop. So just make sure that you have that going on. And if you are operating in excellence and not yielding to desperation, then you are going to have a happy life at your shop. You're going to have a group of good people, folks that are going to be able to get along well, folks who's going to respect the rules of your shop and the culture of your shop, and you'll be able to have harmony throughout the course of the day, throughout the course of the week, because we spend more time with people at the shop than we do with people in our family. So we got to be sure, if I'm spending this much time around this individual, I want to be sure they're a good fit for what we have going on here, so your business can be run like a well-oiled machine. Because when it's not only do the barbers feel it, the clients feel it as well. So this can affect everything. This can affect your clients' well-being, as well as the other barbers that work there at the shop. It can affect their well-being too. So you want to keep these things in mind, and let's make sure we're operating in excellence so that we can have a successful business. All right, I'll let y'all later. Peace.